Good evening and good afternoon, community. How are you? Jenenne Macklin here, speaker, wealth catalyst, and coach. I just want to hop on right quick. I know it's Sunday. I usually don't bother. I don't come on here on Sundays. But I was having this incredible conversation in my head because as I prepare for something wonderful, I think you're going to find beneficial, and it's going to be this Thursday. And it just dawned on me there's no way I could let this go without at least bringing it to your attention. Hi, Sean Carter. How are you? So I wanted to ask you, how long have you lived from this notion, this teaching, this thing we heard growing up? And how have you morphed into something else, if you have? And if it was the one that you had, then I'm sure you probably had the other ones too. What am I talking about? How long did you live from the teaching, money was the root of all evil? How long did you live from that? How long did you, if you didn't hear it, because some people, I didn't go to church. Yeah, but you had this thought that money was the root of all evil. Hi, Antoinette, Barbara, how are you? Let me know where you guys are. Are you on the East Coast, the West Coast? Where are you? Now, if you did, because your mother would have told you or your grandmother, somebody would have said that, well, money doesn't grow on trees, or, money's the root of all evil. So it almost put a limit on what we could create, what we could bring into our life, because there was always this little thing hanging in the background about, okay, now you better watch out, because it was almost like money was going to get you and just kind of take over, and you would just be obsessed with money. But it wasn't true. It was not true. Money was not the root of all evil. That wasn't even what the Bible said. And trust me, I'm a spiritual teacher. I did go through training. So the whole teaching was the love of money was the root of all evil. But we didn't get that. We didn't get that till some years later. So I can remember young, I started working in high school, 17. And my whole thing was, I was making money. But, there was this sense of you're only supposed to make so much because money's going to be bad. If you make too much money, I guess the money's going to take over you. And I have been holding workshops for years now. And unless my attendees don't follow direction, I put $100 bills around the room. And I tell them that money is going to stay right there and do nothing. Nothing. So how could it be evil? It has no power. It's a piece of paper with pictures on it. But what I want you to think about is the impact it may have had on your relationship with money and how you have changed your relationship with money since then. Any comments? Any thoughts? Because if you haven't upgraded it, if you didn't change it, then some level, almost unconsciously, you're still living from money is the root of all evil. What that means for us, though, is ultimately we're only going to do a certain amount of whatever because it's evil. We're going to give it away. We're going to share it. We're going to buy for everybody else or whatever. And it's all unconscious. You don't even realize you're doing it. You may not even realize the reason why you're doing what you're doing. What I want you to do is jump into, and I do mean jump, into a webinar with me this coming Thursday. And I'm going to show you not only that one, but what else did they tell us about money that's impacting the decisions and the choices we make in our lives and in our business? What else did they say to us that we didn't question? We didn't tease it out and see if it was true. They just passed it down and we just said, okay, this must be it. And now we can see people are exploding. There's something that's making people explode in their relationship with money. There's something that's allowing people to shift in how they see, interact, and experience money. And I want you to become more aware of the truth about money and become more clear about your relationship with money, because that's the key. That's the key. What is your relationship with money? How does it feel? Are you in stress? Are you in struggle? Are you in frustration? And I'm talking about 5, 6-figure earners. I was a 5-figure earner. I was in stress. 6-figure earner, and I was in stress till I got out of it. So what are the pieces that you may not know when it comes to money? That if you knew them, it would shift the way you interact with money. It would shift your results in your life as well as shift the results in your business. And that was just one. They told us half the story. Money's the root of all evil. Since when? What? Yeah, people are murdering and killing and doing a whole lot of things, but money's not making them do that. That's their ego. That's their greed. That's their insecurity. There's a lot of reasons why people do what they do about money, but money is not the reason. Hi, Kathleen, Carly. I see you on there. So I just dropped on to say I'm inviting you to join me this Thursday. Okay? It is at 7 o'clock Eastern time. And it's a long registration, so get ready to write it down. I'll put it below this recording so you can see it as well. And that hopefully is a time for my East Coast team to be on board, because hopefully you're out of work. Not out of work, you're off work. I don't want anybody out of work. You're off work and you can be there, okay? So you ready? Okay, so it's Jenenne Macklin easywebinar.live, because we're going to be live /event registration -3. You got it? So good to see you, Sean. I saw you before. Where are you, dear? Antoinette, good to see you. Kathleen, good to see you. You know, have this conversation with friends, with family, when it comes to money. What decisions did you make when you knew that money was the root of all evil? What ways did you handle your money? What was your relationship with money when you really believed that money was the root of all evil? Would you allow yourself to have hundreds and thousands of dollars? Would you allow yourself to save the money? Would you allow the relationship with money to be one of grace and ease? Or I at least spent 20 years in stress and struggle and frustration and sadness and depression and not enough, and I'm stupid, I don't know what I'm doing, what's wrong with me, why can't I get this straight, why do I keep making the same mistakes, why do I keep staying in debt? I lived in that for 20 years. And if half of what I'm teaching you on Thursday and half of what I've taught my clients, half of it I had known it then versus learning it later, I learned it after 38. From 38 to now, I've been rolling. But from 18, when I first started working, to 38, all I had heard was money was the root of all evil. And it impacted my choices. So I want you to think today, how has it impacted your choices? And what else do you need to know about money so you can make some of the highest quality, the best decisions for yourself and your family going forward? I got tired of living paycheck to paycheck, and I've done it. I don't teach anything I haven't lived. I've done it. I've lived paycheck to paycheck. I've had credit card debt. I've filed for bankruptcy. I've not known where my next whatever was going to come from. 20 years. And then I had to work myself out of debt. Not once, but twice. I had to work myself and wait on that 10-year thing or 7 years with the bankruptcy. But once I got clear, I started my second business. I put 3 fingers up because I have 3 businesses, but I started my second business. So I want all of you to begin just this moment. It's Sunday. I know it's March Madness or whatever may be going on, but for you to take a moment and think, what is your relationship with money? And are you ready for that to be different? Are you ready to live in abundance? Are you ready to be financially confident? Stop living in shame and silence and afraid to talk about money. Oftentimes when I meet with women, I say to them, how will you be able to get a raise at your job if you don't talk to other women where you work and you guys come together, and then as a team you can then support each other? But we've been taught to basically not trust each other. Men don't have no problems. Men will talk to each other. Men will negotiate. Well, I'm tired of it being that way for us. And so maybe you guys like it that way. But for those of you who want something different, those of you who want a different relationship with money, you want to take your long vacations, you want to buy some real estate at some point, you want to, everybody's talking about legacy, you want to leave a legacy behind, then this is for you. Those of you who are ready to see something different, to realize how you can have more, almost with less, by doing less, then this is for you. So enjoy your Sundays. I just want to stop by for a moment. Is it Emil Mercer Robinson? Nice to see you as well. Aletha Jones, I've seen your name before. How are you, my dear? So all of you guys, let me know where you are. Are you on the East Coast, Midwest, or here in California? I'm in Pasadena, California. Let me know if you're an essential worker. And give me the answer to the question. How long? 6 years, 5 years, most of your life? Just let me know if I'm off point. If what I lived with, maybe you didn't live that way. Maybe when you were younger, you figured money was possible and you could have it and you didn't have to think a certain way or know a certain thing. It was just available to you. And for some reason you couldn't get it. I don't know. But I'd love to hear from you, because I know that's what I heard early on. I think out of all the things I heard in church was money was the root of all evil. I always had 2 jobs working to try and catch up with money. Then I had 3 jobs working, trying to catch up with money. I don't want that for you. And more importantly, I don't want it for my son. I don't want it for your children. I don't want it for our next generation. I want them to know and understand money like the other people may know and understand money, so they can make the choices, the highest choices, to position them for where they need to be in this country. And we as the parents get to provide that. So first and foremost, we have to know it ourselves. Okay, so I gave it to you. Let me say it again. It'll be right below, though. JenenneMacklin.easywebinar.live/event-registration-3. Have a great evening. Take good care. Bye for now.